All right, how's it, y'all? Now we're getting to the actual training part of our at-home training routine, and we're gonna be covering our long weapon variation exercise set. Meaning, these are exercises that kind of focus around using our sticks, that similar to what we use in Dojo Ministries, because we do train in the Filipino martial arts of Arnis. So, if you want to use your standard sticks that are about 28 inches long, go ahead and use that. But if, for example, you're traveling or you're not at home or you just need to find something around the house to use, you can use something as small as these 13-inch long sticks here. If you don't have those, maybe you have something else, like a pair of drumsticks. So the long weapon routine is built around the long weapon, but if you need something a bit shorter because that's what you have available, go ahead and use that, all right? We're not strictly just sticking to these long weapons here. All right, let's get to the actual workout part. So, like any good training program, you need some basic conditioning. So, basics, push-ups, sit-ups, and squats. Now, I'm gonna do a few here just so you know what we're talking about. And from there, pause the video and do the exercise yourself for however many reps you wanna do them for. So, again, basic routine, you're gonna do your push-ups. Make sure you keep your back straight. If you need to do them on your knees, again, back straight. Hands are either gonna be shoulder width apart, or you can do wide as well. I'm gonna stick to a standard push-up where they are shoulder width apart. Back straight, whether on your knees or on your toes. Head up, gonna go down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Do the push-ups however you need to do the push-ups. We're not gonna tell you how to do them, just that you should do some push-ups, all right? Go ahead, pause the video, and once you've done your reps, be them 3, 5, 10, 100 push-ups. Pause, do your reps, then come back to the next exercise. All right, now we're gonna do sit-ups or crunches, whatever abdominal exercise you're gonna call this, all right? So, here, feet down on the ground, head, eyes, nose, looking towards the ceiling. Arms are gonna cross here, and you're gonna sit up, aiming to touch your elbows to your knees. And up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if you need to, like me, because I was struggling at the beginning, go ahead and lift your feet up. Just go right here for crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those looked so much better. All right, now, do a sit-up or crunches, whatever abdominal exercise you want to do for your basic conditioning abdominal exercise, go ahead and do those. Pause the video, get your reps in, and then we'll see you on the next exercise. All right, now we're moving on to squats. From here, let's adjust this a little bit. Oh yeah. All right, feet shoulder width apart, back straight. If you want to get your kung fu on and get your hands up here, go ahead and do that. You want your knees and your toes pointing in the same direction, whether you're pointing directly forward or off to the side. Whichever way you need to do your squats, just do some good forms squats, all right? And you're gonna go down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up. All right, so if you need to do 3 of those, do 3 of those. If you want to do 5, 10, 100, however many reps of squats you want to do, go ahead, pause the video, do your reps, come back for the next exercise. All right, moving on. Now, the exercise, actually, we'll kind of keep it up here. Exercise that everyone loves and hates, burpees. Now, if you want to add burpees to the end of your push-ups, sit-ups, and squats, you can do that. If you want to do just burpees instead of push-ups, sit-ups, and squats, you can. If you want to do all 4 exercises because you're feeling it, go ahead and do that, all right? Important thing is, do what you can do. And if you want to push yourself with the burpees, go ahead and do that. Now, let's go ahead and adjust over here. Now we're here. Good burpee, right? You're standing up straight, then go down, here, push up, back up, at that hop. All right, so go ahead, if you want to do some burpees, or if all you want to do is burpees, go ahead and do some burpees, and we'll see you in the next exercise. All right, now that we got some basic conditioning down, now we're gonna move on to our 6 strikes. Now, there's various ways you can do your 6 strikes for your training. If you wanna do it with 2 weapons at the same time, practicing your strikes, you can do that. If you just want to practice 1 weapon at a time so that you can practice some variations, for example, our assist that we do at Dojo Ministry, you can do that as well. Either way, we're just doing basic 6 strikes for this particular section of our training here. If you are advancing your training and you can do some more, go ahead and say your 6 strikes or whatever you want to do. So if you know arch whirling, if you know how to flow with the stick, you can do that. If not, and this is your first time training, go ahead and practice with us in our 1 through 6 strike series. All right, so let's adjust here. You're gonna get your feet about shoulder width apart. You wanna have with 1 foot in front of the other, similar to a boxing stance here. If you're only doing a single stick, this hand is gonna go to your chest, so that way you don't smack yourself by accident as you swing your stick. Your basic number 1 strike is your stick chambered on your shoulder. It's gonna be a diagonal cut from the same side that you're starting from. Think aiming for the temple or the ear. 1. Then your number 2 strike is gonna start at the opposite shoulder, aiming for the opposite temple or ear. 2. Number 3 strike, you're gonna start at your same side shoulder, you're gonna aim for the knee. 3. Number 4, you're gonna chamber under your ribs here and strike into the other side of the knee. 4. Number 5, loop it around, touch your back, again, loop it around like the last time, bring it straight down. 5, to the top of the head. Number 6, you're gonna chamber here at your hip, and you're gonna push forward and stick your stick out, going for the abdomen. 6. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you want to do 2 sticks at the same time so you can get more practice in a short amount of time, you can repeat the strikes on both sides as you go through them. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. All right, so basic 6 strikes, start with that, and we'll see you guys in the next exercise. All right, guys, our next exercise is gonna be a bit of arm cardio, and I call this exercise drumsticks. This is very similar to using combat ropes, but instead of having combat ropes, we're gonna use our sticks. Now, this exercise looks simply like this. Like you're a drummer. Looks familiar? Alright. Point of this exercise is to help build cardio in your arms. As you're using your sticks, it's very easy to get fatigued in your shoulders and in your upper body. So this is to help you build some of that cardio, to build some of that endurance when using your sticks, not get worn out so easily. So ideally, you go for at least 1 minute. If you only do 10 seconds, do 10 seconds. Aim for about 30 seconds if you can, and go at your own pace. If this is as slow as you have to go, so you can go without completely killing yourself, go this slow. If you can go like this for 30 seconds, go for 30 seconds at a higher intensity. If you can go for a minute, awesome. Go at the pace that you need to go at. But for right now, go ahead and follow along with me for the next 30 seconds, all right? Ready, set, go. Now, it's very easy to get fatigued and to try to give up. Training is all about pushing yourself and getting better. So push yourself, get a little bit better. If you need to go slow, slow down, but don't stop. Push yourself, keep going. All right, you can do it. 10 more seconds. Breathe, build that cardio, finish strong. 2 more seconds. Here we go, and done. Awesome. Do that for 30 seconds, do that for a minute. Either way, do your drumsticks exercise. That's what you're doing today. See you the next workout. All right, how's it, y'all? For this next exercise, it's not so much important that you see my face, but you see what's going on with my hips and my shoulders here. This is our hip punching exercise. This is an exercise meant to help you develop generating power and to teach you the building blocks for throwing proper punch, proper strike with your stick, and how to throw your whole body into it. Now, to do this, you're gonna get on your toes, like so. You don't need to be up here like you're wearing high heels. Just get your heel off the ground so they can move freely on the balls of your feet. Once you're there, get on the balls of your feet here. The motion here, there's 2 distinct things that you need to do. You need to be turning your hips, you need to be pulling your opposite shoulder back. So if I am pushing my right hip forward, I need to be pulling my left shoulder back. Likewise, left hip going forward, right shoulder is going to go back. Here's how the exercise works. Hands are gonna go up. If I wanna have my sticks in my hand, I can do that as well. Or I can go empty hand in the boxing position. Once I'm here, I'm gonna aim to turn my right hip all the way over. Notice my feet naturally turn and my heel goes up. Just naturally following movement of my body here. As I like to say in Dojo ministry, I want my butt cheek to be aimed at my target when I do this. So I'm trying to aim my right butt cheek towards my camera, which is my target at the moment. This is not what Jesus meant when he said turn the other cheek, but that's what we're gonna do right now. So we're here, turn, and have that right butt cheek aimed towards you. As I do that, I'm pulling this opposite shoulder back. So I'm pulling this back, turning this forward, generating power for this right hand as it goes forward. Notice I'm not moving this right hand at all. It's just moving as a result of my hips and my shoulders moving to generate power. And as I do that, like a whip, I just finish off the action by sending that power in a certain direction by extending my arm. So for your hip punching, balls of your feet, turning your hip, pulling back the opposite shoulder, do several reps of these here. Start with your hip, push that butt cheek forward. All right, awesome. Go ahead, pause the video, do some reps of those, and move on to the next exercise. See ya. All right, hope you guys don't mind looking at my feet for a little bit as we go over our forward and backward V footwork. This is some very basic triangle footwork for our Filipino martial arts, and here's how we're gonna run it for our exercises for your at-home training. If you only have 1 pair of sticks, that's fine. Setting up forward and then switch, set them up in the back after you do a few sets. I have both forward and back here so you can see the patterns that we're gonna be working with today. Now, working with the forward V pattern here. You're gonna start in the center and then with your right foot, step all the way to the right to the end of your stick. Ideally, you want at least your toes to step to the end of your stick. If you can, step with your heel to the end of your stick. When you step, you wanna land in one of our traditional stances here. The right leg, the forward leg is gonna be bent, the left leg's gonna be back, like so. Let's get a better angle, here we go. Left leg is straight, front leg is bent, and then same way as you step to the opposite side. Back leg, or right leg in this case, is straight, left leg, forward leg is bent. So, back to our footwork here. Forward V, forward triangle, step into a stance, back. Step into a stance, and back. Likewise, you can also step, and rather than going back to center, step, and then go to the center with your opposite leg. Either way, land in your stance here, all right? So if you're gonna go back to center, then step, center, and step, or step to center, step to center. Likewise, for our backwards V footwork here, all right? With the front here, we're gonna step back. Here, right leg's gonna go back. It's gonna be straight, left leg's gonna be bent, and then we can go back to center and switch, back to center and switch. If you need to look down and look at your sticks so you can see where they are, and not step on your sticks by accident, go ahead and do that. But also take the time to train and learn to use your feet to feel around you, all right? That way you don't have to look at the ground to see what you're stepping on. You can focus on the target that's actually in front of you, all right? Likewise, you can step here and step and then to the center. Now, as you grow advanced in that, you can also go forward and back. But if you just want to stick to the basics, forward V, backwards V. All right, guys, that's known as our triangle footwork or our forward and backwards V footwork. Go ahead and practice that for a few reps. Pause the video, and then we'll see you in the next exercise. All right, some more footwork that we're gonna be going over and more stance work. We're gonna be doing our Muay Thai step and also our stationary Superman punch. So our Muay Thai step, we're gonna be in a boxing stance here. You can also have your sticks, so you can practice your boxing stance and having your sticks in your hand. Get used to having something in your hands when you're training here. Mainly what we're gonna be focusing on is what our legs are doing here. So you can go ahead, you can start in a fighting stance or you can stand flat like so. For a Muay Thai stance, we're gonna keep our elbows up and high. Our hands should be about eye level right here. And we're going to get on one leg, balancing there and having this knee up. This knee here, being up, is either to check an incoming kick or to load up for a kick of our own. From this step here, you can do any of your kicks, or this can be a knee strike. For those who have seen Muay Thai fighters, you will notice and you recognize this stance here. All right? Now you can step forward and back with it like we do in our training at Dojo Ministry, or you can be stationary and practice getting those legs up. If you want something a bit more intense, if you want it or advanced, we have our stationary Superman. The Superman punch from Muay Thai starts with lifting our leg up high like we do in a Muay Thai step, but then kicking the leg back as we send a punch forward. So if we do that, it's going to be left leg going up, left hand going forward, or right leg up, right hand going forward. This is going to work your balance. It's also going to be another variation to help you produce power. Now ideally, when you do this, once you kick that leg back and throw that hand forward, you look like Superman. If your balance isn't there yet, and your Superman punch needs to look a little bit more like this, that's fine. Adjust as you need to. But if you can, go ahead, get that knee up high, send that punch forward, go back to your stance, and do the next one. All right, so again, our Muay Thai step. Stationary, stepping back and forth. Superman punch, stationary Superman punch. All right, go ahead and get your reps in on those exercises, whether it's just this Muay Thai step, the Superman punch, or both. Go ahead, pause the video, get your reps in. I'll see you in the next exercise. All right, guys, for our final exercise for our long weapon variation of our at-home dojo training, we have two options that you can pick from. You can do the Kendo style overhead strike drill, or you can do our 1-2 drill that I'm going to show you both here in this video. Now, if you want to do the Kendo style drill, you can have one stick in your hand and you're going to hold it rather than in our traditional Arnis grip with about a hand worth of puño at the bottom. You're going to hold it up a little bit higher and at the bottom of the stick. You're going to stand here like a samurai warrior. The footwork here, step back so you can see it. I'm going to shuffle forward, leap forward into an overhead strike, and then come back with the stick overhead. So it should look like so, and back. you want to get more cardio in, you're going to bounce back and forth with these strikes here. Ready? Here we go. So that's the Kendo style overhead strike drill. If you want to do a more Filipino martial arts variation, we're gonna get 2 sticks involved. We're gonna use our triangle footwork that we practiced earlier, using that forward V pattern. Here in a basic stance, I'm gonna go forward with my right leg, stepping forward in our forward V, into a number 1 strike, into a number 2 strike. As I chamber back, I switch feet, 1, 2, back. And switch, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so let's go ahead and do that together for 30 seconds. If you want to go 30 seconds, if you want to go 10 seconds, if you want to go 1 minute or longer, go ahead and do what you need to do with your own rest. Follow along though for 30 seconds right here. All right, ready, set, 1, 2 drill. Here we go. You can do it. Come on, don't give up. You got a little bit more in you. 10 more seconds. Here we go. And time. All right, whether it's the 1-2 drill or the Kendo overhead strikes, finish off your workout with that exercise there. Good job today. See you tomorrow. Keep training, do something above all else. Warrior up, honor God, and handle it. Good job, guys.